Hey, we should be live again. We're back. Just need to take like a quick break from the game for a little bit, rest my eyes and whatnot. Go a lot longer playing a game than I can reading text, but still only so long I can keep going. Alright, let's talk to Otto.
Otto,
Turn my fan back on.
how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
Oh, okay then.
Gav,
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
And me, grabbing a little hollow chocolate bunny. It's so weird to be able to hear Nectar off to the side the entire time in the background. Alright, Viv, what you got?
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are
Just
to
how I
blame
roll.
for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Alright, pull up your map and go over some things with me. What do we know?
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
Thank you, Clive.
Even us.
You said it for me. So we still have Atlas. Pen Clubs is in Vanmere. Quiet Sands. Vanmere and the Quiet Sands. I'll probably have to talk to Otto again. Just in case. Vanmere and the Quiet Sands.
Is a storm coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Yep, there we go. Back to Otto. Kinda figured. Keep checking with the Moogles, so I'm about to dash off there. Alright, Otto.
Clive, we have a problem.
Of course we
Only
do.
one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three.
That makes more sense.
The owls arrived while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic at her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference.
But I have superpowers and fast travel buttons.
People who can.
Jill and
Yep.
I...
Let
Hey.
them know we're on our way.
Like, don't dismiss Torgal. There's 3 people that can handle this mess. Alright. I already noticed that there's a little yellow thing here, and my room has another thing. Anybody else? Alright.
Clive! Quick look.
Empire's got one. The Imperial Province of Rosaria, the Dalmekian Empire. Wait, are these the three that they were just describing? Yeah.
Always something in there.
Okay. Yep. Oh no, Stay of the Realm is hers. By the imbalance of the ether, these blackened skies have cast a pall over the creatures
And
of the
how
realm.
could it not?
Just as we are, alas, their instinct drives them to flee from that which cannot be escaped, ushering them only to madness
But are
and
we
death.
any better? I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then. Should I learn aught else, you will be the first to know.
It's good, because I'm going to need that data. Oh, she's got more on her
What will it
two
be
things.
today?
I wish
How
that
to
one had a little
educate
yellow
you.
dot then if we were going to do that.
Study it well, Clive. Very
Hey.
good.
I read her book here. I don't think I ever actually noticed her bookshelf had an icon on it. Alright. Alright, looks like we're on our way then. Nectar, one more time. Where are the two bosses that just got unlocked that we have hard data on? Vanmir, Dalmekia, Quiet Sands, Rosaria. Vanmir and Quiet Sands. Alright, let's go to Vanmir and Dalmekia first and take out that one. That's the Executioner. So Vanmir in Dalmekia. The commentary from these guys.
I'd say we were in for a storm. But the lake seems to think otherwise.
We'll see these letters to the mainland as soon as Obolus deems it safe to sail. As for what awaits me there, we'll just have to see, won't we?
Hey. Yep. Need to go to Vanmir in Dalmekia first. Clear out that boss. Yep. Eastern Dalmekia, so we're looking for Vanmir. Alright, let's go to Dalmekia then and look for Vanmir. Map. We'll teleport from there if we can. Vanmir. It's the whole Steps of the Forgotten Gate. Auckland. Lith. Alex. place called Vanmere. Vista, the Sickle, Hovel, the Drift. Vanmere. Okay, Vanmere's down there in that little corner. Where is the nearest teleporter to it? It's gonna be in town, isn't it? Or the Jaw. I guess it's technically the Jaw. That is forever away, though. That's more obnoxious than the actual fighting of the boss, is how far away he is from civilization. Alright, Ambrosia, I'm gonna need your help on this one. Yeah. Alright. Is it this one to dismount in combat? Okay, there we go. There's an item back here. Oh, there's also a Helldiver next to it. There's a flock of Helldivers hiding in the shade. Alright. On Ambrosia.
Come on.
So all the way up here. I'm a little worried about fighting all the random enemies. I don't want to take a bunch of damage, but at the same time, I am gonna need the XP.
Be safe.
Not a Corel. Republican War Panther, another one of those things. And the soldiers that go with it.
Nice try.
Really?
Too slow. Nice try.
What? Why did I suddenly open up the map? What was that? Fine. Before it gets back up again. into the back legs again. Alright. We're done here. Okay, I'll take the level up. What is going on out here? Is this an Aether Flood? Oh, okay. That's just the red from the overcast spell saturating the area. Got this, Torgal? How you doing, Joe? Okay. Going this way. Right. Yeah, there's Van Meer. Okay. Angled the correct direction, at least. Is... Oh, did I accidentally put an icon on the map? Okay. That's what I did. We can do that anyway, and I don't think I ever noticed that I could do that. And put one on here so I'm moving towards it constantly. Can go through this path. I just need to make sure it wasn't the one slightly before this one that wouldn't lead where we're going. Oh, these aren't Helldivers, these are Akashic Eagles. And there are a lot of them, wow! This might require a change in tactics. Instead of bringing them down to me, I might need to go where they are. Hey. That felt excessive. Is that just another longhorn? Oh no, that's another one of the big cats. Okay. I need to fight that right now. counts as a potion or anything. Nope, your skill. There he is. Hey. The 10 of clubs.
Another god's forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. So empty your pockets.
Execution? Ooh. Damn! Clive, dodge something? I mean, that was on me more than you that time. That was me not reacting fast enough.
I needed that. Thanks, boy. Nice try.
Yeah, he's doing a wider range with that thing now. Okay. Yeah, caught me off guard before. Ooh. Damn! Gotcha! Tina John. Hello. Sorry, little focus. Give me a moment. Let me take care of this guy. Ah, here comes this thing again. Oh, there's a follow-up. You did a fourth one that time. Was not ready for that.
Let's try.
Wow. Good job, Clive. Way to dodge right into both swings. Come on. Alright, fine. One more potion. But only because you are a far walk away. 2 more potions. Really? Three more potions. We have now spent all 6 potions on the last 5% of this guy's health. Wow, that was pathetic. Yep. Okay, whatever.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Oh, aside from that, not too bad. That was so terrible. Like, that was fine right up until the end, where I decided I wasn't going to dodge anything for the rest of the fight. How are you doing today? Alright, so that was that one. Just need one that's near the exits. Alright, let's go find the other one. See if they're any easier. Alright, so the other one was in Rosaria, in the Black Sands, probably near Port Isolde. So that was where they were raiding before, so let's go here. Restock on potions. Believe we can get potions from, like, what's his name's guy or something? Is there still a shop over here? There is not. Quiet Sands. Was it the Quiet Sands? It's one of the sands. Probably the Quiet Sands, then. Alright, so no potion shop. I'm sure we'll be fine. It's the worst that could happen. Hey, horrifying monsters, what's the worst that could happen? Just, you know, asking for a friend. Okay, good enough. Alright, so they should be a group of robbers. I don't think there are potions down on the beach, but we'll check. Sharp Fangs. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, to the Quiet Sands then. Oh. Acacia Chocobos! Aw, that's just awful. Poor Chocobo.
It's over.
No clue. I mean, I fought all but one of the icons so far, so I'm guessing I'm near the end of the game, unless they want to spout another one off that we previously didn't know about. but should just be the last one left. Ah, it looks like my target. Hey guys! Oh, that's a lot of big axes. This might actually be a fight. Yep. The Megath brothers. Class A fight? Sure! Let's do the thing. Yeah, that'd be me. The Last Crusade. Oh god. Lock onto one of them so we can see what they're doing, Clive. Ooh! Oh! Damn. Okay. Oh, that's a problem. Oops, wrong thing. Oh god, here it comes again. Yep. I recognize that from the last time. If you guys could not do that anymore, that'd be great. Or at least wait until there's less of you so I take less damage when you do that. Ah, that one's still up. Alright, but this one's done. And now he's mad at me.
To me, please.
Oh, that's still not charged? Cool. There we go. Last Crusade? Yep. Could you not juggle my dog, please? I think that's a reasonable request. This is my kingdom still. It's very rude of you to come here and juggle my dog. Oops. Let go of it too soon again. Yep. Saw him winding up for that, and I let him hit me anyway. Let's try and finish off the other one. Crave something.
Well done, Tom.
Yeah, that move. Alright, 2 down. 1 brother to go. Ooh. Okay. Most of them, I haven't played the MMOs, but I have played all of the other mainline games and most of the spin-offs, so...
No more vengeance.
Aww.
No more war.
Who's a good boy? It's you, Torgal. You're the good boy. Alright. Well, that was fun. And less painful than the other guy. Alright. So, but that's not an exit. Alright. Down over here then. There we go. Or we could just warp to, what's her name? We're near Martha's Rest, right? So far I've been enjoying it. I did not particularly care for 13. I thought the sequels were better, but the actual game 13 I did not care for. And 15 had so much potential that I feel like got squandered by how they went about doing it, with like half the game not being in the game. So this one feels like a much better, more well put together game than those two did. So I've been enjoying that. Alright. Fresh those.
Thanks very much.
Fresh these.
Much obliged. Take care out there, eh?
Alright, and let's go talk to Martha. See how she's doing. I'm gonna guess not great, because nobody's doing great.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
I think I can go handle like a few hundred of them.
Never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
Huge fan of the Kingdom Hearts series. In recent years, they've overtaken Final Fantasy as my preferred series, but this feels like close enough that I've been enjoying this one a lot more than the past few Final Fantasies, like I said, so...
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Outside of that, I really like Magic the Gathering. That is the primary thing I've been playing these past few decades.
Barricades we've set up around the town won't hold the Akasha.
And the main thing I do on this channel, but since 16 came out,
last farewells, though.
I've been focused on that because I want to get through it relatively quickly. I'm used to spoilers popping up very quickly for games like this because I do a lot of stuff. Like, I play Opera Omnia, which is based on Final Fantasy, and it's a mobile game, so I'm constantly checking updates for that. So when the algorithm sees that I like Final Fantasy, it will pop up videos on 16 with spoilery titles and names if I'm not prepared for it. So I wanted to kind of get the jump on it before those start springing up everywhere. So far, I've been alright. Oops. Why, thank you. So what do you like to play? Since I've got you here. Oops. Yeah, maybe let's teleport to them. Okay, nice and easy.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Alright, I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Which game is NFS? For some reason, I cannot put the letters together to figure out the title.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalind.
Ah!
The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble!
Isn't there always?
Party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Yeah, they are. Point me in the right
You'll worry
direction.
about them, Martha.
You look after everyone
Nah.
here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Racing games were never really my strong suit. I did a little bit back in the Super Nintendo N64 days with like Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing, but I never got into like the more serious racing games with actual cars and normally proportioned human beings at the wheels.
Mad dogs.
Alright, what else we got?
Squire!
I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Oh, there's an adamantoise. How lovely.
We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
Parkour games? No, not really. I'm thinking games like Mirror's Edge and whatnot.
Then let's do our duty.
Or Dying Light, I think, is one of them, like the zombie parkour game. Not really. I like rail shooters in like the arcade for first-person shooters, but I never really got into like any of the Call of Duty or Modern Warfare games or anything like that.
Let's try.
Hey, Mr. Adamantoise, I'm gonna have to ask that you not get back up now. Ah, and he's getting back up. Oh, Adamantoise. I just asked you not to do that. And we're down. Little over a year now. Started streaming June of last year, so just hit my anniversary like the week before this game came out.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Yeah, I've definitely been enjoying the streaming thing. It's still just a hobby at this point, but I finally started making some headway, like getting the affiliate and whatnot, so that's been pretty good.
Mad dogs.
So we're heading up here. Yep. Okay.
My brothers.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue, and there's no telling when they might be back. You'd best keep that sword handy, Sid.
No, don't you worry, none. I'm prepared to run in and melee literally everything.
Fiends try to climb the walls here, too. Founder knows where they're gonna show their ugly faces next.
Oh, yay! It's a horde of goblins. And some little fly guys, but that shouldn't be too bad.
Headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Actually, here. Ah, you interrupted my thing. Ah, well, it's still got a bunch of them. Oh, yeah. Actually starting to get hurt here. Alright. Let's clear out the little ones then. See what big one shows up next. Oh, more Acacia Chocobos. I'm sorry, Chocobos.
Something's coming.
I would love to make it a full-time thing, but
Apologies, my lord.
that one seems a bit, like, not out of reach, but not anything that's going to happen in the near future, so mostly just focus on enjoying streaming and trying to keep it where I'm comfortable with it, so that way if it grows from there, it's something I'm still enjoying when it gets bigger. Like, I don't want to have to chase trends that I'm not interested in, or like, placate to anything in particular. This is probably good enough.
Nice try.
There we go. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
Hey, we stable for now? I go save the other people?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Guardian Scarf, symbol of trust and loyalty and undying friendship. Ah, it's one of those, okay. Ash and Meteorite.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
All
Oscar,
right.
over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Really?
I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. No, not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that... It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Hey, welcome to the team.
I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield. You or my uncle. We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benamir once he's said his farewells.
Alright then. How you guys holding up?
We of the Guardians of the Flame have pledged our swords, our very lives, to the defense of this fair town.
Ain't that something?
Alright guys. You keep watch out here. I've got a few other places to go rescue. I'll see you as soon as things get dire again, or there's another random boss in the area. Alright, next up. It's the inn. I think we go save the madam next. Head to Northreach. Then we'll back up the new friends.
First we find Isabel.
I short on anything?
Welcome.
Oops. Yep.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts in the forest.
I saw it with my own eyes.
If there are ghosts in the Royal Meadows, then why isn't a garrison dealing with them?
I'm gonna guess that's just aether-flooded people, not actual ghosts, but we'll see. Maybe it is ghosts.
I can't do it.
Ooh, maybe what's-his-name is setting up things here, like, these are, Saint Ajora, Ultima's things.
My lord. Milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
A Kashyyyk, but different.
Ultima's thralls.
Yep, okay.
And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Hey. Time to go shame the garrison into doing something about this horrible situation. You know, after I go take care of most of it myself anyway.
4 left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very
Okay,
morning.
maybe I'm not going to shame them into doing it so much as backing them up.
What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges and is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Hey. Let's gather some intel.
It took off the...
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then... Then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now.
Eh.
Don't leave me, Pa.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
It's all right.
Hey.
The two soldiers were carrying another.
Right path. Yep. Okay.
It was all they could do to escape.
Oh, I haven't been out here into the windmill since that one time I came through. I suppose we've come a long way from the days of haughty nobles that I just wanted to throw into the ocean. Now there are horrible monsters I need to throw into the ocean instead. Hey, let's go find them. Right, nothing else around here?
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
There they are. Hi guys. How you doing? Well, obviously you're not the threat here. Where's your scary monster friend? You have an Undertaker or a Reaper. Or that guy with like the 4 floaty things around him. I forget what his name was. Necrophobe. I think it was Necrophobe.
Should I prime?
I mean, if you're feeling it. Oh, scepters. Yep. Alright, any more scepters? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Ooh. Alright, enough of the small fries. There's the Lich.
Let's try.
Now let's focus you for the time being. And let's spend a potion. You good, Jill? You and Torgal got the rest of them? Ooh. Actually, this might have been premature. Because there could still be one more wave after this guy. With one of the bigger ones, most likely. I get for thinking he was done. Alright, where's the real one now?
Farewell.
Oh. Well, there's gotta be a separate section then. We didn't get possessed a Hiramon last time, only to stop at this guy this time, so...
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
How many abilities? I usually don't buy the ones that I'm not interested in using, so... I think I have all of 8 or 10 of them unlocked out of, like, the 20 or so that I have the option for.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall.
Huh.
Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
I don't know. I don't recognize the name Barnabas, so... It's possible I fought it already.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Not a problem. Really surprised it was that easy, actually. Martha's Reach had so much else going on. Alright. Okay, there we go. Work. Alright, let's go help our new friends. Okay, there it is. I was about to say, usually it's like right behind me and clearly visible. Alright, last one is down over here.
Fucking thieving bastards.
Don't worry, I'm terrible with names, so...
You can blame the bandits. Them and the mercenaries who are guarding the gates. Though I can hardly fault them for running. Fighting would have meant death. Did for more than a few.
Plus Barnabas is, what's his name? The...
My shop.
Odin. Odin's dominant.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
Oh, my finest.
Alright. Running away from the marker, though. Alright. Oh, right, because I'm going to the,
Mummy.
blacksmiths. That makes sense. Alright, Lubor.
Cid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Hey.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Hey. Let's rally these people towards their common cause.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Cid. And Lady Jill.
Help me out here, because I know I've seen him before, I forget where. A friend of Cid's and later Clive's, who keeps an ever-attentive vigil on the comings and goings in Dalmekia from his hometown of Costnice. Okay.
Brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costnice is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costnice. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
I mean, I'm assuming I'm here to clear out the bandits and get their stuff back, so that way things ease up a little bit. After I beat this, probably nothing right away. Probably just shift back to playing more Magic, like I had been.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Okay. I'm definitely going to get it at some point in time. I did enjoy the first one, and I just went through Miles Morales about a month ago because it was on sale. I hadn't gotten the setup to the point where I could play the PlayStation back here yet, so I didn't stream it, but...
Your own city guard, with you as captain.
But yeah, I am interested in playing it. I might not play it as soon as the other games, but...
The Lady of the Spear.
Give it a few months to go on sale.
May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
I would say this is the closest a game's been to that in a long time. Like, literally, I think the last time I felt this inclined to go buy a game right away was Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's going back, like, what, 5 years now? Something like that? 4 years?
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not to be trifled with.
Nope, okay. Around this way, then. Yeah, most games, I wait for them to come out, make sure that there aren't any major problems with them or anything, but Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts series have always been, like, my 2 favorites, so I'll usually buy them right when they come out.
Something, and we may yet be... Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Yeah, she saw through you, Clive.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend.
There's truly
what
no
little
chance
we
for us
have.
to restock our supplies.
I would not see any unnecessary blood spilled.
That's it then.
We need a plan.
We shall have to do this the hard way.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
Are the bandits on their way already?
On the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
Hey!
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
As long as there aren't too many big axe bandits, I think we'll be fine.
I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Hey! Yeah, alright. Let's do this thing.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
You're finished.
Alright, Clive, you need to get behind him. Ah, good enough. Whatever. Dropped his guard, it's okay.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Ah, they got a hedge wizard. Thanks, Jill. The Sultan. Okay. Yeah, okay, fine.
Too slow.
Alright, down you go. Ooh. Alright. There we go. And we're done here. Unless you got more backup I don't know about. Nope. Hey.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
Let's go find out.
What do you think?
That we should hurry.
I'm sure they're fine. See, everybody's alive.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Okay, now hug. Come on. Bring it in.
Seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm down, Victor. Why quibble over the details?
We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Hey, that's everybody. Time for our next problem.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
Yeah, we're heading back
Let's
to...
go put Otto's mind at rest.
Heading back to the hideaway anyway. We don't need... restock potions just yet. Hey, good news, everybody. All of our allies are safe. All of the horrible monsters are dead. Not all of the horrible monsters, just the ones that were specifically trying to murder them at the time. And we should be good to go.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What's up next on our agenda? Thank you.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
I got this thing on the map where I can just warp to whatever place I want to be at.
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So... Right. Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Excuse me while I barrel through you to go check on him, then. Oh good, he's not even giving me the option to go anywhere else. Just like, nope, go in here, talking to him.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Should we finally get to have this conversation?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
Well, obviously he needs Ifrit.
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind
awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. Is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav.
Alright, fine, but you watch my brother.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Affiliate was a few months back. Like March, end of March, maybe April. We got 10 million people who need my help and a whole bunch of other things besides. Alright. Well, let's talk to everybody about everything. Vivian,
Back again.
you're up first. Let's check
Allow
your
me
maps.
to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world.
Okay, that's that.
My
With you?
attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
The emotes I have commissioned from an artist, but that's not her primary job. So she's been working on them. And the badges, I haven't figured out what I want to do for them yet. So. But yeah, I have, like, I think 6 or 8. I forget what it was now. But different emotes that I wanted to commission from her, and she's been working on them. I've got, like, the sketches from them. But, again, it's not her primary job. She is doing it very cheaply, though, and I do like her artwork, though, so. It's fine. But it's gonna be a while before I actually get the emotes up and running. Alright, oh, we added 1 more, 2 more. That's the other S rank, and we added another C rank for the pack. South of Tabor in Dalmekia. Team of Cursebreakers traveling through Tabor, fields of Corvara, Brava rather, met by a group of hunters from the village who warned them not to stray too far from the main road. For in a gully not far hence rested a pack of wolves that even such practiced hunters as they would not dare to wake. Despite the fine luster of the animals' pelts, too many of their friends had succumbed to temptations, only be torn limb from limb. She's doing them for like $10 an emote, so, like, way cheaper than a lot of artists charge for that sort of thing.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Yep. Okay.
Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
How are you doing? Here you go.
Nope, nothing directly from them. Alright, Mr. Bard, you got a song about brothers reunited?
Cries of dread, one die, in ruin lies less. As shrinks the glim, so spirit still, unanswered call.
I mean, yeah, everything's a little gloomy and doomy. I guess that's fair. Alright. Oh.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Sure, why not? I'm doing everything else.
Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Alright.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Alright, you got it. Hey Tomes, how's it going?
Good morrow to you, my friend. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. You wish to study the tomes?
Name by which Ultima addresses Clive, it appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make of the young Lord Marquis. The being identifies Clive as the mythos he has long sought by virtue of his awakening as the dominant of Ifrit, and having the power to absorb the aether of other icons. Being new on his Dread Storm. Cast by Ultima, that cast a roiling pall over Valislia. Unbalanced in the aether that resulted not only sapped the potency of crystals and magic in those lands that remained livable, but filled the rest not only with his glowing thralls, but with aether floods, turning men and beasts into mindless, merciless Akashics. Hey.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Hey, let's go talk to everybody else, and then find those kids. Alright, so... what do we need?
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Okay.
What are you looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword.
Of course.
Remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down.
Okay.
So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Sure.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one?
Yeah.
Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
I got you.
I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Yes, and my reputation is the primary motivating factor in doing quests like these when the world is ending. That and the fact that it's a game, and I like to do all of the side questing stuff.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Sorry, just found out I need to ask you about something else.
Swordsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sanbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sanbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
So I'll find the flowers near the drake.
I find the other.
Alright.
Freeze then.
That's convenient.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Well, you've earned it, so... will do. Alright, who else needs help? I'm literally doing favors to anybody who asks, so...
Seems the
by all means, request from me and I shall grant it.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Fine enough, working to shore up the rest walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. So chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. Showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more of their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He's a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. As you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. Now you have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling, but I oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders, just as I imagine the same weight be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, I might suggest working on your delivery and your projection. And those stiff limbs of yours. Your countenance. And, well, everything. We wouldn't want you to do the Hunter Village service now, would we? Oh, God. Alright. Sebastian Rutherford, essential to Lord Byron Rossfield. Master Clive, I apologize for the sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid. There is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in the back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. I will accept your request anon.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant?
He literally said that in the... Clive, did you read the letter I just read aloud? Because I read it. He literally said that at the beginning. I think we might have had a translation error there. Alright, where's my new thing? The Guardian's Scarf. A dyed red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame. Neat. Alright. Hey Karen, did you get anything new in the shop?
Still alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Yep, let's restock here.
You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Alright, we got anything new we can make here?
What do you want?
Oop. Upgrades. Okay.
else?
Oh, Goots, what you get yourself into this time?
What am I gonna do?
Alright, let's see what he has to say about the things going on.
But no more.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Alright. I'll go check on your behalf.
I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Alright.
Round and round the city clock, the wyvern chased the eagle. The birdie stopped to catch his breath. Down came the eagle.
Hey, Karen.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest.
5, you're terrible at this.
I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
Alright, I spoke to her. Oh, there's Goots. Okay.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth. along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Well, sounds like dinner might be here. I might be stopping soon. Have to see. But I do have enough time to go check on those kids. Alright, kids.
They're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop until they've slaughtered every single one of us!
Alright, calm down.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all straight. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
Hello, kids. What'd we do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well,
used
not
to be.
Anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well, then your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Alright.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
Alright, let's inspect
This
the
is
arm.
called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means
Or have you
something
adopted
must
them
hold the
now?
chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Minidole's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
I'll leave you to it.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Minidole's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididole and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Okay, well, dinner is here, and we're gonna have a whole lot to do later on, so I think we will call it for right now. Oh, right, I never actually moused over here to see Bahamut. Just bypassed him. Alright, well, that will do it for me for right now. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you again to Eilina John for stopping by and for chatting with us for a big portion of the stream. I appreciate that, and I will see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day.